Hi guys, and welcome back to another video here on my channel. Tiana here. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing another video, a part of my Test It Out series. So today, as you saw by the title, I am trying out the Covergirl Full Spectrum Matte Ambition line. So I am trying out, well, not the entire line, but I'm just going to try out the foundation and the concealer. So this is the foundation and this is the concealer. I'm trying out these two today and I'm kind of excited to try them out because I have been just using up all of my foundations, all of the ones that I've been trying out that I've been loving, and I've like really been itching to try out something new and be able to use it every day and then have to buy something else. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right into this video, but before I do, please make sure you subscribe to my channel because I would love to see you as a returning viewer here on my channel. And of course, you don't want to miss out on any other videos that I have coming up, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell for the notifications so you don't miss when I upload. And let's just go ahead and get right into this video. Okay, so I'm gonna prime my face with some primer. I'm having a couple of breakouts this week, which of course probably stress. I've had a lot going on the past couple of weeks at work and we're getting ready to go on vacation, so it's like this. Alright, so I'm going to go in now with the CoverGirl Full Spectrum Matte Ambition Foundation. This is All Day Shine Free foundation. I got the shade Deep Golden. The only thing I noticed when getting this foundation is that they actually had two shades named Deep Golden. So they were named the exact same thing, except the numbers were different. So my shade is FS425 and it says Deep Golden, and the other one I believe was like in the 300s. So I picked my foundation up from CVS, but I'm sure Walgreens, maybe Walmart and Target probably also sell this foundation. It has a pump on it and it is 1 fluid ounce. Seems pretty thick because it's not like running down my face, because some foundations, as soon as I squeeze it, it starts running. Just gonna put a little bit out here and then we'll wait on the chin area. I'm gonna do one side of my face just so you guys can see the difference. It seems to be easy to apply. It's not too drying. It doesn't feel like, and it feels like a nice kind of sensation on the face. It's kind of weird to explain, but it's like a cooling sensation as I'm blending it in. Okay, so that is 1/2 of my face completely applied. Turn the brightness down just a tad. All right, so that's 1/2 of my face completely applied. And it doesn't look, I don't think it looks that bad. It's not drying down matte, which is nice. Gives a little bit of room to like be able to buff it and blend it out. So that's what it looks like. And I feel like it's kind of matching up to my neck really well. As you can see, it's a little dark, obviously, in these areas here, because I am a little bit lighter in these areas. As far as smell goes, I feel like it has that same smell that CoverGirl foundations tend to have. Outlast, Fabulous, Outlast, I think foundations had the same smell. The Matte Made foundation that I tried out last year also had the same smell. So I think it's just maybe a part of their formula. Okay, so it actually doesn't look that bad. What do you guys think? I don't think it's that bad. So I'm gonna try out the concealer now. So I got the shade Deep Cool because the shade that was, I guess, supposed to be similar to the foundation that was supposed to maybe go with the foundation was too dark. It was gonna be pretty much the exact same shade as my foundation. So I went with FS400 Deep Cool. Of course, I'm a little skeptical because it says cool, and of course I have more of a yellow golden undertone. But it says this is the CoverGirl Full Spectrum All Day Idol Brightening Concealer. It's just what it looks like. It has kind of like that structured packaging here. It feels really nice in the hand. Doesn't feel too cheap. The applicator is the standard kind of doe foot applicator. I like that all of the concealers now are going for that kind of more flat applicator instead of that pointy applicator that just seems like it never really got enough product on the tip of the applicator. I don't know. You guys know what I mean when I say that. So This is a more flat doe foot applicator, so I love that. Definitely not as brightening as I would have liked it to be. Also kind of liking how it's feeling, how it's going on. It's going on really nice and smooth. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out with a brush on one side and a sponge on the other side. So what I'm noticing from the brush side is that it is definitely not full coverage. It looks more to be a medium coverage. So before I blend out the other side, I'm gonna just go ahead and apply a little bit more, like right underneath my eye area. Just see if it's a little buildable. Okay, it seems to be buildable, and it doesn't seem to be luminous or anything like that. I don't really see a whole lot of shine as I'm blending it in. So I definitely see, I feel like the concealer is a little bit more matte than the foundation. I also like that the concealer is not very drying either. So it seems as if you can leave it on. If you do one side without the other, it's not going to be like super dry when you do get ready to go blend it in. I definitely like the sponge side better. I feel like it didn't pick up as much product as the brush side did. It still is a little hollow, and I still see a little bit of my dark circles coming back right here underneath the eye. So I am going to do the same thing that I did on the other side and just apply a little bit more, since I do know it is a little bit buildable. I would say everything is gelling really nicely together. The only thing I would say is I would have wished that I would have got maybe a little bit lighter shade in the concealer. This looks like it's going to be pretty bright. Like if you hold it up, it looks like it's really, not like really bright, but it definitely looks like it's 2 shades brighter than, I feel like it looks like it's 2 shades brighter than the foundation. I don't know, maybe a shade and a half or something. For an everyday, just simple kind of all around face, it will be really useful for that. It's really good for that. So it's not a deal breaker that it's not super brightening. So I'm going to go in with my normal setting powder and powder routine, and you know, we'll just see how the foundation and the concealer look after I get done with that part of my face. Set my concealer. I'm using my Kat Von D powder today. Okay, so after dusting away that setting powder, I am really liking the overall finish and look of the foundation and the concealer together. I do see that it is a little bit more matte now, but it's still not like super duper duper drying matte. So I am actually liking this a lot more than the Matte Made foundation, the one that they came out and said that it had like 40 shades or whatever. I'm actually liking this foundation a lot more, and I didn't see as much promo for this foundation as I did for that foundation. So I'm gonna move on to my eyes. I'm gonna use my Urban Decay Born to Run palette, since it's still fairly new to me and new to you all. So I'm going to just do a simple eye today though. I'm gonna start off with Riff, which is the shade here. Then I'm going to go into Punk, which is the shade down here. I'm going to keep the eye matte today. And I'm taking this on a Morphe M513 brush. I'm just going into the outer V area with this. And I'm going to go back in and blend everything together. For my lid color, I'm going to take a little bit of Blaze. So that's this shade here. So just very, very simple on the eyes. I'm going to just go ahead and go in with my Tarte Man Eater mascara. I'm going to go in and bronze with another CoverGirl product. This is the CoverGirl Queen Bronzer in Ebony Bronze. This product has been in my collection for quite some time. If you guys have been watching me, you know I love this bronzer. It's pretty much one of the only bronzers at the drugstore that I like, other than like the Black Radiance bronzers. Definitely recommended for anyone who is my complexion, darker, just deeper skin tones. It's a really good bronzer. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of highlight. For my lips today, I'm just gonna use my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. Okay guys, so this is pretty much the finished look that I created. Just something very simple. I included the products and things like that for the eyes and everything else that I use as well, even though they weren't new. But as far as the CoverGirl line, the Full Spectrum Matte Ambition Foundation, I actually really like it. Like, so far it looks really good. And at first when I was applying it, I didn't know how I was going to like the color, but I think it looks really good. Like, I have no complaints against it. It blended out really nicely. And I don't think I mentioned like coverage, any information on coverage, but I'm thinking it's pretty full coverage, like maybe medium, a high medium to full coverage, but I'm thinking it's like right there. Like, I'm not seeing a whole lot of things peeking through. And I think it is a really good foundation. The concealer, the only thing that I did not like about the concealer is that it was not bright enough. Even though it looks pretty bright in the packaging, it was not bright enough for me. And this is the shade 400 Deep Cool. And it's also not full coverage. So those are the two things as far as like it being bright enough and it not being full coverage. Those are the two things that I did not like. The bright part is not really necessarily their fault, because I could definitely get a shade that's a little bit lighter. Okay guys, so that brings this video to a close. If you did enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have any comments or questions or suggestions for any new videos, then leave that down in the comment section below, because I would love to know what you guys think. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!